Welcome to this episode of the Mind Talk Show. My name is Lynn, a mental wellness coach. So, in today's topic, I want to talk about anxiety in children. Do you believe that children go through anxiety? What are the causes of anxiety in children? Because children go through anxiety and it is really bad. That state of not fearing, they live in fear, they don't know what to do. There are so many reasons why children go through anxiety, and one of the major reasons is if you're a parent who shift from one place to another, that shifting of homes gives your child anxiety. You know why? Because they are just anxious. How will they start? How will they be able to make new friends? So it keeps them, it keeps their heart beat or heart rate very high or run faster. So if you're a parent, there are things that you do that you really don't know whether they cause anxiety or not. But your child has been complaining of, you see your child is sweating, you see your child is peeing on themselves, and you don't know why. These children are fear, they have fear, they live in fear. So you don't know, but there are things that you have done that causes anxiety in children. So I want us to go deeper and see what happens. How does a child who has anxiety look like? What are the symptoms, the signs of anxiety, and what causes anxiety, and how are we able to treat anxiety? So if you're new here, if you're new here and you've seen this video for your first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Just hit that red button, okay? Hit that red button. And of course, if this video has been good to you, has given you the kind of information that you're looking for, or the kind of information that you need, give a thumbs up. Can we do this? Yes, we can. Now, anxiety in children. It's really bad. It gives your child that fear. Even when they live in fear. They don't understand themselves anymore. And this can start when they are younger to old age. Remember, there are people who are anxious. Basically, they live in anxiety. They are like that. This is one of the mental illnesses that can affect someone. And it is really bad if not taken care of. So you need to take care of your child's anxiety. And there are those parents, I must warn, you have anxiety and you're affecting your child. Remember, your children can have anxiety or depression if you're depressed yourself. So anything you do, make sure it's a good thing. Make sure it's a thing that can connect you and your child. Make sure it's a thing that can help to build you and your child. So if you have anxiety, if you're going through anxiety, you're a parent and or a caregiver, and you're going through anxiety, and you're going through depression, and you're going through stress, and you're going through this and that, all those mental illnesses, please make sure you get help, because you're affecting your child without knowing. Oh yes, in case you didn't know this, now you know that any kind of mental illness that you're going through, you can affect your child by the same illness if you're not careful. Because every other time, they don't have someone to talk to. Every other time, you're here, neither here nor there. Who do they tell whatever that is happening in their life? So, okay, panicking or raising your heart rate is sometimes normal if in case you've seen danger or you've gone through a traumatic incident. But in anxiety, it continues. This anxious, this fearful state, it continues for a long time. But the other thing is just for a short while. The other fear or sadness is just for a short while and it disappears. But for anxiety, it takes a longer time. This is the difference. This is how, because I've had many parents asking me, how do I know that my child has anxiety? What makes them anxious anyway? They don't have bills to pay. They don't have, things to do. But a lot of things can cause anxiety. Even at that particular school, anxiety can be found there with your child, because if your child, for example, was performing very well and now they are not performing, they will be anxious anytime they have exam, because they know they might pass or fail. If your child has restrictions over some things, they'll have that anxiety. These are the kind of things that can make children have anxiety. And most of the times, parents don't know about it. And this is something that is worrying. Um, Experiencing a lot of change in a short time. Your child is has gone to a new school and they are trying to catch up. They are trying to, to socialize with the rest of the student. They will experience anxiety. You remember the time when you reported to school, the first time when you went to that nursery school? What happened? Were you left there without crying? Yes, you cried. Even me, I did the same. Because you don't trust those people. You're left with strangers. You have never seen these people. And you're left there to stay with them because you're in school. It doesn't work like that. For children, they go through anxiety in this manner. Because you have left them with strangers, so they will have to protect themselves in one way or another when you're not there. But for school, it takes a short while, because at the end of the day, they socialize and that kind of fear disappears. Now, having responsibilities. You're giving your child a lot of responsibilities, which have a lot of expectation. They cannot meet any of those, so they will be anxious, definitely. These are the causes of anxiety in children, because you need to understand why your child is anxious, why your child has anxiety at every time. So, experiencing family stress. I've said, if you have stress, if you're financially unstable, if you have stress of the family, if you have stress of the house, if you have stress of work, please don't bring it to your child, because you know what? They will have anxiety, because they know mommy, daddy does not have money to take me even to school, to pay for my bills, to pay for this and that. They will be anxious. They'll have anxiety. So don't share with your children whatever failures that you're facing, or challenges that you're facing in your life. Don't share with your children, because it will make them feel anxious. Going through distressing or a traumatic activity. You have gone through maybe rape. You've gone through, you've seen an accident. You've seen someone die from your family. These are the kind of things that cause anxiety in children, because I've told you, children are normal people. They think, they have feelings. So anxiety is part of what will happen to them if they go through traumatic experience. So get my point right. If your children goes through a traumatic experience, they will be anxious for the rest of their lives, I'm telling you. Being bullied. There are those children who take time to bully their peers. In my last video, I talked about peer influence, how to deal with peer influence. And if your child is one of those people who have been bullied, they will be anxious, because they know it might happen again. They know it might repeat. So they are anxious. They are not settled in that particular school. So what are the symptoms of anxiety? Number one symptom is panic attack. They will be panicking all the time. Anytime they will panic. Anytime they will panic. Any slightest time that they get, they will be at a panic mode. They will, in terms of feelings, they are unable to, breathe properly. They will breathe either fast, because they are fearing of the unknown. They don't know what they are fearing about. They will sweat a lot. These are physical symptoms of anxiety. They will have tensed muscles. They will, most of the time, even they will have muscle aches. They will have diarrhea. their bodies will be very hot at some point. All these are symptoms of being anxious. And many parents take children to be children, like they are nothing. But at the end of the day, they feel the way you feel. They are anxious. They feel that anxiety. In terms of thoughts and feelings, they will alert to noise. Anytime they hear a slightest noise, or it's a car passing, or it's a rolly, or whatever, they will panic. They will tell you that noise, they will panic, they will start panting or breathing very fast. They will be worrying about being unable to cope with the situation. They will tell you, Mommy, I don't know why I'm not ready for the exams. I fear. I feel like that I am overwhelmed. I cannot face the examination. They will tell you. They will talk to you, even schooling. Most of the time, even they will refuse to go to school because they cannot concentrate. They are fearing that concentration part of it. Once you're in school, you need to concentrate. For them, they will fear concentration because they will not have that total concentration when they are in school. Eating they will eat either less or they eat more. So if you see all these characters, all these symptoms in your child, know that they are going through anxiety. And you need to rise up as a parent and stand to your ground and start knowing what to do. Now, I want to teach you ways for calming down anxiety, or to ease your child's anxiety, because you should do something. Don't sit down there and seeing your child is not eating, or they are eating too much, or they are fearing, they hear any sound that passes by, they are fearing, they are they are peeing on themselves, and you're just seated there. Even when they are dreaming, they hallucinate. They don't know what is happening in their life. All these are characters or symptoms of anxiety. So you need to know what to do. Number one, reassure them and show them some love. Tell them that you're there for them. You're there to protect them. They can talk to you anything. They can speak to you. This is what will help to cool down their anxiety. If the child is older, explain what anxiety is and what causes anxiety. If they are teenagers, they understand. You can take them through what anxiety is, what causes anxiety, how they should manage anxiety. And this information will help them a lot to hold their hand until they get out of anxiety. Encourage your child to manage their anxiety. Yes, because you have taught them about it. You've taught them the causes, the symptoms, and how to manage. So encourage them. Each and every day, push them to manage the anxiety. Prepare your child for movement. If in case you're moving to a different area, a different place, a different town from where you live, from where your child has formed friends, make sure you prepare them. If you can do it a month earlier, you tell them that we shall be relocating, we are going to such and such a place, and it's going to be okay. Okay, reassure them. Practice simple relaxation technique. You at that particular moment when your child is heart rate is high, you can tell them to breathe in and out, relax. You do it with them because you're their role model. So you teach them and you tell them how to do it. Break down tasks. You don't have to give your child responsibilities, tasks that they cannot manage, because this one will keep them anxious all the time. You can role play sometimes. Anything that they feel that they fear to do, like for example going to a supermarket to ask for something, you can go there and ask on their behalf. Booking their tickets, going this and that place, you can do it yourself, or a ticket or bus ticket or flight ticket or whatever, you can do it for them so that they can gain that confidence. Because remember, they have confidence in you, they believe in you, they trust in you, so they believe that you can. Some of these things, when they see you doing, they will do it better. Build overall confidence. build your child's confidence. Teach them how to build their confidence and how to bring the confidence back to them. Do not label emotions or bad or good. Don't say that whatever you did, like for example, I can't do this. Don't be someone who is negative all the time. I can't do that. I can't. It is a no-go zone. Rather tell them you can do this. Push them, help them, support them to do something good. And they will do. Validate and empathize. Because many parents, children are children. Whatever they do, just appreciate them, validate them, tell them that you have done very well. Where you can congratulate them, you can applaud them where they do good, and where they do bad, just sympathize with them. Put yourself in their shoe, then walk with them. The journey will be shorter. But if you leave them on a battlefield, they will not know where to start from or where to finish. So you should be their role model all the time. Identify triggers, because there are so much triggers that cause them anxiety. If it's moving, don't be someone who moves places here and there. Yeah, just stick to one area so that your children can grow. Especially when they are young, they are more affected than when they are older. So this moving, you shift them school from this to that. I've seen that happening. Moving children's schools from this school to this, from that to that, it makes them feel anxious. This is what brings them anxiety at all cost. Yeah. And teach them what causes anxiety. It is important for them to understand what causes anxiety. And even you can relook, you can reverse the situation. You can see what causes anxiety in my child. And once you know this, you will know what to do. Now, in case you're there, a parent, and your child is going through anxiety, I want to speak to you. All is not over yet until it is over. Don't give up on your child. Help them. If you see these are the causes of anxiety, understand, try to understand. You can look for more information on anxiety, read about it, so that you can understand better. So that at the end of the day, you can manage what is going on. If you're a parent there and you're going through anxiety, you're going through depression, you're going through stress, work on yourself first. Deal with your stress. If it's financial instability, work on it. See how you can get or increase your finances in one way or another, so that you don't affect your children. I've told you these mental illnesses, if you have them, it's very easier for your children to just take it from you, because whatever, you will not give them the total attention. You will not give them what they need. So you need to know how to deal with this. Okay? But don't give up. Don't give up. God is there for us all. This is the message I had for today. If this message was good to you, give a thumbs up. If you're seeing this video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for the support that you have shown me from your host. It's a bye-bye.